Hello, and welcome to another episode of Brettcast Anime Talk. So let's talk some more about Gundam Build Divers, because there's not much anime-wise that I'm watching to make a video on. Probably will not have anything for a while until I finish watching the Blue Exorcist Kyoto Saga, and who knows when that'll be. So Gundam Build Divers is on its 7th or 8th episode. Actually, I think it's on like 12 now. I don't really know. And the reason I don't really remember is because I have not watched an episode since episode 2. The reason for that is because I have already gotten bored of this show. It's not bad, by any means, but I'm just tired of the Build Fighters anime, and I am ready for whatever is supposed to come after Iron-Blooded Orphans. I don't think that this is a bad show. The opposite, actually. I just think that it's not for me anymore. The initial premise was not bad to me, but the show, like Iron-Blooded Orphans and Unicorn, they have more stakes in them and higher stakes as well. In this show, there are really no stakes beyond your Gunpla might get destroyed and you may have to make another one. I also find that they show a lot of love for the mobile suits from the 00 series, and they have some that represent Iron-Blooded Orphans and some that represent any of the other older shows, and that's fine, but it's not really done evenly. For me, it's a couple of things beyond there just being no real stakes in Build Divers. The main characters are not that interesting to me, plain and simple. I also do find that with most of the Build Fighters animes, that the whole mobile suit design could stand to be a little bit better. I know that the whole point is to take existing mobile suits and modify them and all that. What people do with their Gunpla in real life if they have the time, which I don't. But that's not the point here. The main mobile suit, the 00 Diver, is an alright mobile suit, but it's really just a 00 Gundam with some different shoulder armor. Now, the Ogre GNX is pretty cool, and it's one that I actually like, but it's not really in the show that much. But you know what? Ultimately, I'm not the demographic in which this show is geared towards, and that's fine with me. I did like the other Build Divers series right up to Battlelog, and I think that's also because I like how they did the battling thing. I'm not much of a fan of them diving into basically an MMO, which is the biggest thing I don't like about the show. Like, at least with the previous Build Fighters, they were in, like, the whatever real world the anime was set in. And, they had those battle arenas, those holographic battle arenas, and that was cool. Perhaps the MMO idea is something that would be more realistic to the real world today, because there's a good amount of Gundam video games that have the Build Fighters idea, like Gundam Breaker does. The other thing I find odd is that a lot of the characters in the game world of Build Divers look more like they belong in a fantasy MMO rather than a mecha sci-fi MMO, just based on the outfits they wear. I don't know, I just want more out of my Gundam anime, and currently Gundam Build Divers is not doing this for me. As I said, I don't hate the anime, it's not a bad anime. This is definitely more for younger kids, and that's fine too. I'm just not that interested in it. That's all I have to say, so if you want to add to the conversation, leave a comment below. As always, thanks for listening, and goodbye.